This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Lorain and Boys Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Alongside Bob Raskich, I'm Rob Politsky, where tonight the undefeated Lorain Titans will wrap up the home portion of the regular season in the 2014-2015 season. They'll look to remain undefeated. They're going to take on the Euclid Panthers, who come in at 3-14. Lorain defeated Euclid the day after Christmas out at Euclid. It's Euclid's return trip now to take on the Titans. And Bob, anytime you're playing senior night, final time to play in the regular season in front of your home crowd, there could be some emotions tonight for the Titans. They've got to channel that and come out and play good basketball. I think the first quarter is going to be a key for Lorain tonight.
Well, first quarters have been big for Lorain all year long because we've been overwhelming people with full court heat. But, you know, Rob, I really think the key tonight is to avoid game slippage. I mean, you take a look at Euclid's record, they're just 3-14. I don't think they have a win in the conference. And they're struggling. And the tendency is, you know, to maybe let down a little bit. But we can't afford to do that. We have to win the game and also get better. This is a perfect opportunity to work on the things you've been working on that you think you need work, you know, whether it be contain and dribble penetration, maybe a little zone offense, maybe some wrinkles in your offense, and play hard with a lot of intensity. Almost play against yourself for the sake of improvement and avoid the game slippage. If the game gets sloppy, you can't allow that to happen. You want to win this game tonight, but also get better.
This will be the final time the Titans play before the sectional district draw, which will be Sunday. So one last time to try to get one more win, trying to get undefeated. That'll be important for them to be undefeated if they want to get the number one seed, Bob, this Sunday.
No doubt about it. I think they're going to, obviously, because I'm very confident tonight. I think I know who's going to get the other number one seed. And I have a little idea in my head of how that thing's going to unfold. Maybe we can talk about it during the game.
Again, it's senior night. It's the Lorain Titans taking on the Euclid Panthers. We'll tip it off. It's coming up next on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
One of my biggest passions in life is animals. That's why I've worked with Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. Morris Animal Foundation is a world leader in helping animals live longer, healthier lives. You can too. Just show your support at morrisanimalfoundation.org.
To help cats, dogs, horses, and wildlife live healthier lives, visit morrisanimalfoundation.org, where we are advancing science that will create a healthier tomorrow for animals.
And welcome to tonight's broadcast as we get set for the Lorain Titans and the Euclid Panthers. Alongside Bob Braskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. The Lorain Titans in their home white uniforms, Euclid in the road blues. The Titans looking to remain undefeated overall, trying to go to 19-0, 10-0 in Lake Erie League play. It'll be Rashad Berry jumping center with Isaac Wynn. Starting five familiar for Lorain: Eddie Williamson, Davier Andrews, Devon Andrews, Rashad Berry, and Naz Bohannon. Berry controls the tip, and it's Lorain basketball. Starting five for Euclid: Kyle Emery, Devin West, Isaac Wynn, Aaron Berry, Kendrick Pittman. These two teams met the day after Christmas, and Lorain won handily over at Euclid.
Well, we've seen this recently, a lot of this packing in the zone.
Yep, Williamson with it. Williamson kicks it back outside. Bohannon puts up a jumper, and he hit it. Naz Bohannon with the team's first 2 points. As a team, Lorain shooting 53% on the year from the field. That is really good. And if you pack in the zone, Bob, they have shot 35% of their threes. They have made 75 three-pointers as a team this year.
Well, that 53%, they get a lot of layups off of their defense and in transition. But, I mean, nevertheless, that's still a great number. We might get one right here.
There's a lob for Berry to slam it home from Devon Andrews.
Yeah, nice pass by Devon. Nice.
And it's out of bounds. Lorain knocks it out of bounds. Euclid basketball. So this big crowd here tonight already up, excited after that Rashad Berry slam.
Well, you know, we still have two starters.
There you go. There's the highlight as they show Berry slamming it there.
We still have two starters shooting over 60%, Naz and not Davier, but Devon. I mean, that's just unheard of.
Dribbling in, putting it up off the rim a couple of times, missing it is Euclid. They get the rebound, throw it out for three, missing that shot, Aaron Berry, and Berry gets the rebound. Over to Kyle Emery, left open for three, and he'll hit it.
Yeah, I watched him in the warm-ups. He can shoot it. Number one, Kyle Emery. Looks like he's about 6'2".
Yeah, they don't list their heights.
Right. They aren't necessarily large. I believe Sims looks to be about 6'5", number 10 from the JV team. And then the only other size to speak of is number one. That would be Emery. Looks to be about 6'3".
Eddie Williamson with the basketball for the Titans. He'll get it to Rashad Berry at the left elbow, and he traveled. 4-3 Titans just underway, 6:17 to go in the opening quarter. Up next for the Titans, 3 road games to close the regular season.
All right.
At North Ridgeville on Tuesday, at Warrensville Heights next Friday, and then the big one at Bedford a week from Tuesday.
Blocked by Devon.
Yes, Devon Andrews with a block. You're right, Bob, and it goes out of bounds to Lorain. There's that length of Devon Andrews.
Yeah, right. Oh, you know, Devon's an honest 6'5", and jumps out of the gym. He really does. And I've mentioned it all year long. Since we did that game at Medina, I'm just more impressed. He attacked the 7-footer 3 or 4 times and was scored or fouled every time. He takes it to the basket as good as any high school player I've seen. As
Bob was talking, they showed you the Devon Andrews block once again. WLCS TV and Joe Bach. There's Devon Andrews, lays it in. Club TV 20 here tonight, showing you all those replays. Good job by the kids. 3-ball up in the air, no good. On the rebound, Devon Andrews will get it. Lorain looking to run. Here comes Devon into the front court. They're going to get him for an offensive push.
Oh, wow. I'm going to get him for a shove, and then now there was another little shove afterwards. Official going over to restore good order.
And Rashad pushing off with that off arm, and the officials caught him.
Yeah.
Pass in the backcourt to Devin West. West with it into the front court. And he'll hand it off to Aaron Berry.
Ooh.
Well, there's a pick and an offensive foul as moving screen. Eddie Williamson took a shot. Boy, Eddie as a quarterback, I don't know if he took shots like that.
That was a shot.
Isaac Wynn, the sophomore center, setting the moving screen. You'll see it on the replay here. With the basketball is Euclid.
Okay,
And
now
they get it ahead and they lay it up and in, and with that is Kendrick Pittman.
that right there is something that has been happening all too often. Nice job by Devon attacking the basket. I mean, we just have got to do a better job getting back on defense. It really hurt us the other night.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Eddie Williamson with a steal, Bob. There he goes. Nice pass to Davier, who's fouled on his way to the basket. And that foul will go on Devin West. For Devin, his first, team second. And we're going to have Davier Andrews at the line, 67% on the year. Davier, the team shooting 60%. Davier averaging 9.9 a game. He is second on the team with 22 three balls.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Rob, Tuesday night in Cleveland Heights, he had one of the best minutes I have seen in a long time. We've got a timeout here, I believe, by Euclid. We'll go back to that when we get a chance.
We'll keep it here. Go ahead,
okay.
Bob.
I mean, we're down by 3 in the late third quarter, and it was either just the start of the fourth. You know, we just didn't have a good feeling, and Davier hit a 3 all within a minute, attacked the basket, scored, made a steal, came back, attacked the basket again, made both foul shots. I think he had 8 points in that minute, which really put us over the top, and we never looked back. I mean, it was just a good sequence in a big game in the fourth quarter. And remember, he did somewhat the same thing the other time this team has really been challenged in the fourth quarter when we did that first Bedford game.
Davier Andrews will try to make 1 out of 2 here. 8-5. Titans lead with 4:55 to go in the first quarter. Davier again, that one no good. Too strong offensive rebound. Naz Bohannon put it up, missed it, tipped it back up. No, got another rebound, put it up and in.
Yeah.
Bob, I don't know if I've ever remembered seeing a team that gets more offensive rebounds off missed free throws than Lorraine.
Well, you've got 3, 6, 5 athletes out there who are all strong, and they get after it.
That's why for them, I'm not as concerned about their free throw percentage, because when they miss, half the time they get the rebound
There you
anyway.
go. Now here's an area where we struggle a little bit, defense and out of bounds situations.
And they get it up top to Kyle Emery. Emery across midcourt. Emery on the drive, kicks it out, thrown away. Stolen by Devon. Head to Rashad. Rashad goes cross court for Davier. Threw it too far, but Naz Bohannon will run it down. Whips it over to Rashad on the baseline. Back to Bohannon. He'll penetrate. Nice pass to Devon for the slam.
Penetrate, draw help, make the next pass.
They've done that all year long. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Euclid really struggling this year at 3-14. On the way to the basket after they beat the press. We're going to get a foul on Rashad Berry. On Eddie Williamson.
Well, just in this first 4 minutes, Rob, you can see they don't handle it well. I mean, it's...
Here's the unselfishness. Look at that pass from Bohannon to Devon. Anytime you penetrate, get into the paint, good things are going to happen.
All right, you draw help, and obviously the next man's going to be open because the help slid over.
So Kyle Emery at the line for Euclid. Panthers trail the Titans 12-5 halfway through quarter number 1.
But you can see, I mean, they don't handle it well. They have a whole bunch of turnovers in this first 4 minutes. It's pass, catch, decision, and you know they have a tendency to stand, and you can't do that when you're playing Lorraine High. You just can't stand and defend yourself.
Well, this far into the season, I am a believer in you are what your record says you are. I know that oversimplifies it, but they're 3-14 for a reason.
Right, and Rob, I'll tell you, I wonder why. And because if you go back, you know, when I played back a long time ago, Euclid was at the very top of the LEL. And then they had a tremendous run with Doc Doherty. Then when Sean O'Toole was there, I mean, they had some very competitive teams. And then you just kind of wonder what's happened to Euclid basketball. Are they losing players to other schools? I know St. Joe's is right down the street. I mean,
St. Joe's has always been right down the street. So
right, that's true.
So I don't know. There's a steal, driving the basketball, putting it up, no good. Offensive rebound, back up and in. With the rebound is Kendrick Pittman. That's a good question. I don't know what has happened.
Yeah.
Kevin Davis into the ball game for the Titans, has the basketball. Davis, the backup point guard. I like what John Rosatano said in the paper the other day. He doesn't even call his players backups, just subs. Anthony Summers, one of those subs, missed the shot. And on the outlet, the Panthers are going to travel. Gary Hicks, in his second year, is head coach of the Euclid Panthers, but I think you make a good point. Doc Doherty had a great program.
Yeah.
Sean O'Toole did a fantastic job before he left for St. Ignatius. And, towns go through different cycles. Maybe right now the talent just isn't there. I don't know.
But it's pretty much across the board in all Euclid sports.
Right.
And they were at one time a power in track and in baseball, just state powers.
Yeah, and very good football in the LEL. Shane Smith into the game, got it to Davier Andrews.
Nice.
He'll penetrate, put it up.
Get in there.
Yes, sir.
With the left hand.
Bob Braskich with the assist as he willed that one in off the rim.
Hard trap now. There you go.
There's the steal by Davier. Nice pass to Nas. He'll lay it in. Again, the trap. There's a steal. Davier over to Kevin Davis. Finds Anthony running the lane. Missed it. Got his own rebound. He's fouled. There's a couple things that impress me about Lorraine. One of them is when the subs come in, they're just as good pressing as the other guys.
They are.
And at some point of the game, when people have asked me about Lorraine, I always say, at some point they are going to get an 8-2, 10-0, 12-2 run on you because of their pressure. Jamar Ross comes into the game. He leads the team with 25 three balls.
Well, that's how pressure works. It comes in spurts. All of a sudden, boom, you're not getting anything. Then you get 3 or 4 baskets and you pop the score.
And I think sometimes the starters for the other team might say, okay, here come the subs so we can let our guard down a little bit. And they crank up that defense.
Well, and it wears you down. It has a cumulative effect.
And we showed you Jamar Ross had made 25 threes, give them 26, and the Titans lead by 10. Long outlet as they break the press into the forecourt, get it to Aaron Berry. Berry gets it over on the left side. Jump shot goes up. Shantez McClarty. He makes it. 19-11. McClarty into the game. Jamar Ross traveled. The other thing I wanted to say what makes Lorraine tough, and Ross just came in to prove it to me. When they bring their guys off the bench and they can make those threes, those are daggers because are you going to zone them? Are you going to play a man? What do you want to do? You go into a zone, and Jamar Ross is a zone breaker.
Yep.
And when you get points off your bench, as much as Lorraine does, boy, they are just quality 1 through 10. Panthers with the basketball. They trail by 8. 1:45 to go in the quarter, and it got knocked off the hands.
Pressure.
Off Euclid. And that went off the hands of Alan Sims into the game. Kevin Smith, Jamar Ross, Shane Smith, Devon Andrews, Anthony Summers, the 5 on the floor for the Titans. Got it into Devon, off the glass and in. Andrews with 8. And it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Titan basketball. 21-11 with 90 seconds to play in the quarter.
Number 11, Shane Smith, plays as hard as anybody I've seen in years.
Another one of those bench players.
Yep.
And they bring it into the front court. Kevin Davis with the defense. There's Smith denying the pass. It goes out of bounds to who? It's going to stay with Euclid. It's going to stay with Euclid with 1:22 to go in the quarter. Another good-sized crowd here at Lorraine. Not sold out tonight, but a good-sized crowd. Coming in is Kyle Emery. Emery will come in for who? Got 6 on the floor. Somebody's got to come out. And it will be Isaac Wynn. I don't know much, Bob, but I know you're not allowed to play with 6. Inbound to Sims. He gets it back in the corner. Shot goes up by McCain into the game for the first time. No good. Kevin Davis has it. Davis pours it up off the rim twice.
Go.
And in.
Wow. Nice.
23-11, Lorraine. Left elbow jumper by McCain is good. Donald McCain is first two.
Nice job by McCain. He didn't take it one dribble too far.
McCain goes for the steal, didn't get it. Kevin Davis has it. Baseline right, Summers. Summers off the glass and rim, no good. Shane Smith with a rebound. Off the rim a couple times, no. Poked out to Kevin Davis. 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Titans up by 10. Davis carried the ball.
Wow. Wow.
That's not a popular crowd here at Lorraine.
I didn't see it. I know that was a point of emphasis a couple of years ago with officials, and I just didn't see that. They're going to try to play for one shot, I think.
With the basketball is McCain. 25 seconds. McCain dribbling in. Yeah, it's not going to work. They dribble it out of bounds. It'll go to Lorraine. Well, that one right to Bob Schlumbaker, who's working that baseline. Bob on the baseline there, doing with the camera work. He saw his life flash right in front of his eyes as that Euclid Panther was diving into him.
12 seconds left in the quarter.
Jamar Ross to Shane Smith, jump ball, and the possession arrow gives it to Euclid.
See, that's the kind of thing, we talked about in the pregame. We can't have game slippage. Euclid's very sloppy. We can't be like that.
They throw it in the backcourt. With the basketball is McClarty. McClarty gets it ahead, 3 seconds. They'll hand it off. A long three at the buzzer is going to be short, missed by Aaron Berry. We've played one quarter of basketball. Our score, your Lorraine High Varsity Titans 23, Euclid 13. We're back with the second quarter after this timeout. You're watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorraine City Schools Television.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter. The Lorraine Titans out in front of Euclid by a score 23-13. Titans with the basketball. Bohannon steps in, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Rashad Berry. Over to Davier Andrews, gets it to his brother Devon. Back to Davier, they whip it inside to Berry, off his hand, stolen away. A little too much on that. Layup is up and in at the other end. That's Kendrick Pittman with 6. The Andrews brothers, Eddie Williamson, Naz Bohannon, Rashad Berry. Original 5 on the floor for Lorraine.
Okay,
the pass to the Berry knocked away. But losing it are the Euclid Panthers, and driving in and scoring and being fouled. Devon Andrews, and Bobby's got a big start. He's got 10 already.
I mean, he exploded to the basket, but a lot of times we have to be more patient against that zone. We try to force it inside after one entry pass. That's going to be a congested area in the paint on the initial pass. You have to reverse the basketball, force the zone to shift and move, and that's when the seams and the holes open up. Then you'll get it inside.
Devon Andrews completes the three-point play. He's got 11, and it's an 11-point Titan lead with 7:15 to go until intermission. With the basketball, Kyle Emery. Emery gets it up top. Kendrick Pittman leads them with 6 with the ball. Pittman drive it in over Devon, put it up, nope. Tipped up, nope, and it's tipped over to Devon. Andrews fouled in backcourt. They don't call it.
That's a foul.
And now they call it.
Twice.
And they got him on the second time, and it is going to be with the holding foul, Kendrick Pittman. That's Pittman's second, team's 5th. Yeah, there's what we're talking about. In the backcourt, they pushed him, didn't call it, and then they finally give him the hip check here in the front court. Bohannon out to Eddie Williamson. Fakes the left wing three, got it into Devon. Devon getting banged around, laid it up and in.
Devon is really good at running that baseline, that dead spot zone offense.
With the basketball are the Euclid Panthers, Devin West. Titans up by 13, 6.5 minutes to go in the first half, and you get the feeling that Lorraine's just about ready to put this one out of reach. They kick it out to Emery. Emery on the drive. Emery tries to pass, knocked away. Bohannon finds Rashad Berry head of the pack. He'll slam it.
Oh, with force. Wow.
Rashad with a couple of dunks. They've doubled up the Panthers 30-15. Driving in Kyle Emery. They're going to call a foul on Davier Andrews.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Man, if you blinked, you missed that dunk.
Foul on Davier, his first, team's third.
Oh.
And coming in is Shane Smith, coming out Devon Andrews. What I like from this group more than anything here, you look at the replay, here goes Rashad with the one-hand slam. What I like more than anything is just how hard they always play.
And the way they share the basketball.
Right. With it is Devin West. West at the edge of the center circle. Gets to Isaac Wynn. Back to West, right elbow jumper, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Eddie Williamson. Panthers, or I should say the Titans have doubled up the Panthers 30-15, and now we're going to get a foul on Kendrick Pittman, his third, and there's no need to be that aggressive at half court against Eddie Williamson.
No.
And he's picked up his third foul with 5:47 to go until half, and I would think he's done till halftime. Unless Gary Hicks just says, just let him play till he fouls out, but he leads him with 6 points. Surprised he's out there with 3 fouls? 5:40 to go in the half.
Not really, because I mean, they don't have much to lose here. They've changed defenses.
Well, they're going to go to a zone to maybe try to stay out of foul trouble, and the jumper goes up, no good by Davier Andrews. Get it ahead to Devin West. He'll push, forces it, loses it. Rashad Berry, great defense. Out to Eddie Williamson, ahead to Davier, lays it up and in.
Wow.
They're getting ready to run him out of the gym, Bob. 32-15, Lorraine. Here goes
Eddie.
Taking the charge, Eddie Williamson. What a job by Eddie Williamson to take that charge. Those are the little plays that you really like.
You don't see many charges taken anymore, but Eddie has taken a few this year.
Anthony Summers comes in. Rashad Berry will get a breather. They come at you in waves. Here we'll see the replay. There's Emery on the drive. Eddie Williamson takes that charge all the way.
See, they're in a 3-2 now. This is a little bit different. This gives you a little bit better pressure on the wings.
Now they're going to pass it into Shane Smith, high off the glass and rim, no good. Got his own rebound, right back and in. Well, to your point, Bob, that he works hard there. He gets his own rebound, put it in, and Titans getting after it, knock it out of bounds. And I think that's one thing about John and Mitch Jr. They won't let these guys not play hard.
Oh, no. If you don't play hard, you're not going to play.
They don't care what the score is. They don't care what time of the game it is. You're going to play hard for those guys.
Yeah, and especially they've done a very good job with Devon this year. Getting him to crank up his effort.
Yep, misses it. Here comes Shane Smith. Smith drives, no, but he's fouled.
Smith just a sophomore.
Naz Bohannon coming over to talk with John Rossitano and Mitch Gillum Jr.
In fact, we don't have a senior on the floor right now.
Shane Smith at the line for 2. And you look at the JV program, undefeated at home. Freshman, undefeated at home. The feeder system is in place, Bob. I'm not saying they're going to be undefeated next year. I'm simply saying they're going to have a quality program, I think, down the line from years to come.
Oh, they're going to be very good next year. I mean, Anthony's back. He's 6'6", 6'7". Naz, of course, is 6'5". He'll be back. Davier's back.
There's some kids ready to contribute from that JV team.
Shane Smith is back. Ross, Davis. I mean, everybody on the floor right now is back.
The lob on the inbound. Euclid with the ball. They trail by 19 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. In the corner, driving is Emery. He's going to scoop it around. Summers miss it. Rebound comes out to Devin West of Euclid. Jump stop over Summers. No, but he's fouled by Anthony Summers. Anthony tried not to foul him, but sometimes when you're 6'7", it's hard to stay out of the way.
Well, this free throw, Rob, gives us a chance to mention the Club 20 members who are helping with the broadcast tonight. Alexis Alicia, Alexis Sexton, Alondra Reyes, Autumn Sexton, Daniel Lopez, Dominique Bennett, Jamel Lee, Juan Irizarry, all helping Joe Bach do all the technical things, run the cameras and all of that stuff. I don't know how it works, but they get it done.
Kyron Taylor comes into the game. None of us know how it works.
I don't know how it works. I go back to
We're
the
just
days
glad it does.
of the manual switcher.
Wow. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound Summers. They get it ahead to Davier Andrews. Davier slips but kept the ball. Now he has to put it up. No, but he's fouled. Davier trying to make something out of nothing there. Foul is going to go on Kyron Taylor of Euclid. So Davier Andrews at the line shooting 67% this year. First one, no good. Titans have only made one free throw tonight. Coming into the ball game for Euclid is sophomore Alan Sims. Andrews again, good again. 35-15. Lorraine up by 20.
We're going to get a 10-second call here. Nope,
Just get it into the front court. Kevin Davis got the steal, though. Same difference. Kevin Davis out to Davier Andrews for three. Off the rim, no. Tip back up, Bohannon, no. Rebound, Kevin Davis. Davis again got it inside to Summers, laid it in. Euclid is just outmanned tonight. 37-15. Summers knocked it away. They get it ahead, Davier. He's going to be fouled. Anthony Summers, as they tried to do an alley-oop, he said, I'm 6'7", and he swatted it out of there and started a break for Lorraine.
Well, again, every player on the floor is back next year.
There it is. There's Summers going up to get that. And he started to break. Davier makes the free throw. Jamar Ross comes in. The other thing I like about this Titan team, I don't know if people talk about it a lot. I think as a unit, as a group, they play the game intelligently.
I do too.
They play, they know what they're doing, they know why they're doing it. They're an intelligent group.
And as the season has unfolded, they've gotten better at pass, catch, shoot, at speed. You know, it took a while for them to adjust because this is a new style of play. We didn't play this way last year.
Lane violation on Davier's missed free throw, so he gets another chance and he'll puts that one in. And now it's Devon Andrews coming back in. Davier will take a seat. 39-15 Titans. Titans have outscored Euclid.
There's another one.
16-2 in the quarter. They get it ahead to Shane Smith, lays it in.
He's very unselfish. Devon could have taken one power dribble and gone up and dunked that, but chose to pass it off.
Shot goes up. Missing it are the Euclid Panthers. Devon Andrews into the front court. Had it knocked away. It's stolen by Euclid. They get it ahead. Shane Smith with his quick hands. Smith with the steal. Ahead to Summers. He wants
Smothers.
Holy smokes. 43-15.
Nice.
Steal in the backcourt. Shane Smith lays it in. Hey, Gary Hicks got to get a timeout, doesn't he? His team's down by 30.
He's got 4. There you go. You called it.
You got it. What a run by the Lorraine Titans. And this crowd on their feet. Wow. 2:54 to go in the first half. 45-15. Lorraine by 30. They have outscored Euclid 22-2 in the quarter. And that attacking defense paying dividends. Want to let you know about Credit Max. There are friends over here at Colorado and Erie Avenue in Lorraine. Give them a call, 366-3066. 366-3066 if you need reliable transportation. You need a good used car. Maybe you've had some problems. Maybe you've been laid off. Possibly you went through a divorce. Maybe bankruptcy. Whatever your situation might be, Credit Max wants to work with you. They want to meet with you. They want to find out about you. They want to know why you're in the situation you're in. They want to see what kind of a payment you can afford, and they're going to put you in that car. And it's going to be a good quality car that you can drive back and forth to work. You can take your kids to school. Go see Credit Max. You see Summers there with a slam. Go see Credit Max in Erie, in Colorado. They've been in Lorain since the fall of 2014. So we're looking at some highlights. Summers just smothered that one.
You know, Rob, we were talking about things we like about Lorain High. You know, one of the things you have to like is they play a style that you don't see that much anymore. Actually, this full court pressure, you know, trap, 2 in a ball, 3 in a passing lane, that was more popular 20 years ago. Very few teams do it, and because very few teams do it, and there's another steal.
They get it to Jamar Ross, the 3-ball no good, and on the rebound we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Titans.
The opposition doesn't see it that often, and they can't duplicate it at practice.
Right.
That's why I feel pretty good about the tournament. I know we still have 3 games ahead, but a lot of those teams haven't seen this kind of heat.
I would agree with you to a certain extent. And coming into the front court, you're going to get it off. Left side shot goes up, around the rim, and in by Donald McCain. You know, I will say this. You know, the sectionals, that's going to be a blowout. It's going to be like a 1 seed against a 13. But after that, you get to district play. You're going to see much better guard play than what Lorain has really faced much of the year. Now, I'm not saying that the press won't work as you go down the road. I think it would. I think it could, and it would. I'm simply saying they're going to have to realize they're not going to be playing Euclid.
No.
They're going to play guards that know, and then can they get back and play defense? That'll be interesting to see. Shane Smith with it. I think they're confident enough. They think at some point they're going to wear you down, and their style is going to pay dividends, as you mentioned, Bob, that at some point that run's going to kick in.
Yeah. Well, the idea is, you know, the pressure's cumulative. If we don't get you now, we're more likely to get you in the fourth quarter. But, you know, I understand what you're saying about the guard play.
The second season is really going to be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turnaround shot goes up, no good by Sims, loose on the floor, and Jamar Ross runs it down. Gets it to Shane Smith. Nice pass to Kevin Davis. Davis lost control. The other thing I like for Lorain, you know, basically all year, they've been playing in front of huge crowds. I don't think the tournament atmosphere is going to bother them at all. I think they're going to relish it. I think they're going to enjoy it.
You know, I was a little worried as the season was unfolding that we really weren't challenged in the fourth quarter.
Karan Taylor steps up and hits it.
But then, you know, we saw the challenge against Bedford. They were challenged the other night at Cleveland Heights, believe me.
Yeah, right. It was a very close game after 3.
We were down by 3 either late in the third or at the beginning of the fourth. I remember being down by 3, and, you know, it ended up being a 20-point game. You know, one of the keys there was, I don't know what Mitch and John are doing conditioning-wise, but Cleveland Heights ran out of gas. Now, they didn't have the numbers we have, but at the end of the game, we were fresh. They were out of gas, and, you know, that was a factor. Fatigue was a factor in that game, and the fact that we're so deep and the bench is so deep, you know, we can play this way without, you know, suffering a lot of game slippage due to fatigue.
With the basketball, a 3-ball is up, and it's no good. Missing that 3 is Donald McCain. Here come the Titans. Eddie Williamson kicks it out to Jamar Ross, fakes the 3, back to Williamson. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Titans lead by 26. Williamson spins around his man, goes to the basket, lays it in. Eddie Williamson with his first 2. 48-20. They get it ahead. Taylor lays it in.
See, we've got to do a better job of defending in transition. That just happens too much, too often. If Eddie takes it to the basket, the other guard's got to get back.
Taylor with it, or I should say Jamar Ross with it. Gets it out to Rashad Berry. Jumper up, no good. Rebound, they battle for it, and comes down to Alan Sims. Under a minute to go in the first half. Taylor with it, left elbow, is pass in the corner. Back out to Shantez McClarty. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Euclid with the basketball in blue. Lorain on defense in the white uniforms. Home finale, regular season. A long 3-ball up, and that is short. Rebound, Euclid missed the return. McCain goes up for the rebound. Alan Sims got it, put it in. 48-24. Titans can go for one shot, Bob.
Yeah, we're down to, 14?
Yep. Devon Andrews got a screen from Rashad. 5 seconds. Drive, scoop, scores, and a foul.
Rob, it's the first time I've seen him do it. I've thought about it all year long. I'm so glad. What they did right there is they set a ball screen for Devon. Everybody else cleared out to the perimeter, and he played off of that ball screen. And when you have a player like Devon who can turn the corner after he receives a ball screen, if you've got good spacing and all the other players out of the road, get all that help out of the way, you get what we just saw. I mean, that was well done.
Devon missed it. Bohannon at the buzzer, and he got it.
Yep.
Basket good and a foul, I think. Oh, no, they're just saying the basket's good. Basket is good by Bohannon. He got the return. There's another offensive rebound after a missed free throw. Yep. Our score at half. It's Lorain 52, Euclid 24. You're watching high school varsity boys basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorraine City Schools Television.
Hi, I'm David James Elliott. During my career, I've played many different roles. One of the closest to my heart was that of a naval officer. That's because away from the studio, I'm passionate about supporting our nation's veterans. As chairman of the VA's National Salute to Veterans Patients, I urge you to volunteer at your local VA medical facility. If you can't do that, please consider an online donation to benefit our veterans. Go to the website on your screen and be a VA volunteer.
Why do you let car dealers treat you like you're stupid? Just because you've had credit problems doesn't mean you're stupid. Credit Max Auto treats you with dignity and respect. We have a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
I will be coming up on retirement, and the VA benefits will play a very important part in my life.
You may have earned valuable veterans benefits from your military service.
I decided that it was time to go to college and pursue my career.
I was able to buy this house.
Learn more about your eligibility, even how to apply online using eBenefits.
The VA benefits made a real difference in my life.
I wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for my VA benefits.
Don't wait. Apply for your VA benefits today.
Lorain leads at half, 52-24. They led Euclid after one, 23-13. They outscored Euclid 29-11 in the second quarter individually. First for Lorain, Eddie Williamson with 2, Davier Andrews with 7, Devon Andrews 15, Rashad Berry with 4, Naz Bohannon with 8. Off the bench, Kevin Davis 2, Jamar Ross 3, Shane Smith 7, and Fernie Summers 4. For Euclid, Kyle Emery with 5, Kendrick Pittman with 6. Off the bench, Donald McCain 5, Alan Sims 2, Kyron Taylor 4, Shantez McClarty with 2. Bob, 11 points from the Euclid starters, and only 2 of the 5 starters scored.
Yeah.
Original 5 on the floor for Lorain. The Andrews brothers, Eddie Williamson, Naz Bohannon, Rashad Berry. Devin West will kick it out, right side jumper, missing that one is Aaron Berry, and here come the Titans. Rashad Berry got it out to Devon Andrews. He'll drive and miss it. Rebound, Aaron Berry. It's Aaron Berry, Devin West, Alan Emery. Also into the ball game, Kendrick Pittman, who had 3 fouls, and Isaac Wynn, their original 5.
That's us on the baseline.
So we'll give it back to Lorain. Substitutions for Euclid. Boy, after 30 seconds, make a couple of substitutions. Donald McCain and Shantez McClarty come back in.
Well, the key for me is we cannot allow the quality of play to deteriorate and no game slippage. Let's get better with this win.
You said that at the very beginning of the game. Were you impressed with that in the first half?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well. I mean, but there's a couple things, that we need work on. defensive transition being probably the foremost in my mind.
Davier Andrews penetrating. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. When you look at this club, they're undefeated, and obviously it's hard to find any chinks in the armor, but you've mentioned it a few times in a couple different broadcasts. Do you think that's the biggest area they need to clean up?
Yeah, on the defensive end for sure. There's no doubt about it. It seems like we have trouble stopping the basketball and pushing it to one side of the floor, and and then sometimes we just don't get back on defense. When a guard penetrates, the other guard doesn't realize he's got to get back, and we give up a couple buckets. We gave up a couple buckets the other night over at Heights by not getting back. All those are correctable situations.
Davier Andrews makes them both, 54-24. Into the front court come the Panthers. They're going to drive and put it up. It's blocked by Andrews.
Devon.
And it comes down to Naz Bohannon. He gets it ahead to Davier Andrews, who was pushed and fouled. And that foul is going to go on Shantez McClarty. They're averaging 77 points a game on offense. They're giving up 52 on defense.
77 is a lot.
It is a lot. Driving in. There's a slam by Devon, and that's one of the reasons they are.
Yep, that's a little dead spot zone offense. Devon on the baseline, or I'm sorry, that time Devon in the high post and received a nice pass off the baseline.
With the basketball are the Panthers. Into the front court. They're averaging 9 steals a game. There's where the defensive pressure does for you. Devon Andrews, after the miss, gets it to Davier Andrews. Left elbow, got it to Naz Bohannon. He'll drive, kicks it out for a 3-ball from Eddie. Missed it off the rim. And it will be Euclid clearing it ahead to Kyle Emery. He'll drive and miss it. Rebound went through the hands of Rashad Berry.
Nice pass behind the back. Nice.
And the shot no good by Isaac Wynn. Here comes Lorraine. Devon Andrews, he'll drive and kick it out to Eddie Williamson. Gets it to Davier for 3.
Oh.
Hit it. Davier hits a 3 in the corner. Timeout Lorraine. Davier Andrews hits the 3. Second 3-ball of the night for Lorraine. They're comfortably up by 35 with 5:43 to go in the third.
Yeah, I wonder why John took the timeout. He's going to change something. Like they might take the heat off.
Well, you mentioned this is a game now they can work on things. You're working on things now. You're in the middle of February. This game's at hand. You're working on things that's going to improve you. Maybe the Bedford game, but I think maybe more importantly in the tournament.
No question. I know they've been working on playing a little zone, although maybe that was the reason. But no, they're going to pick up. They're going to play their little 1-3-1 trap right here.
So they changed the pressure defense, back off and pick them up at half court. Hit the right elbow.
That's why John took the timeout. That was a sportsmanlike thing to do.
They're going to put it up, no good, and on the rebound, Devon Andrews. Devon gets it into the front court, gets it out to Davier Andrews. Davier with 5:20 to go in the third, puts up the jumper, no good, loose on the floor, and diving for it. Eddie Williamson doesn't get it though. Emery has it, lays it up, missed it. It's a couple of layups Emery's missed. Bohannon with the basketball. He's on the drive and reverse lays it in.
With the left hand. See,
Kyle Emery kicks it out. Missing the 3-ball was Aaron Berry. Williamson in the corner. Davier for 3. He loves that spot. Hits another one.
Quite impressive thus far in this quarter.
12-0 run for Lorraine to start the third quarter, and Eddie Williamson called for the blocking foul. Titans lead by 40, 64-24, 4:40 to go in the third. Shane Smith, Kevin Davis coming in, and here's a look at Eddie and kicking that out to Davier for the 3-ball.
Nice. Okay, now we're going to play a little zone, little 3-2 zone action here. Good defense for perimeter pressure, weak inside.
And they'll miss the three ball. Summers went for the slam, didn't get it.
Gets it back.
And Summers lays it in. Summers with 6. 66-24, blocking foul, Shane Smith.
Okay. Good call. Good call.
Coming in for Euclid, Noah Mitchell, a sophomore. Titans up, biggest lead of the night, 66-24. I think the most impressive thing about tonight is Euclid has 24. Misses the shot, rebounds. Summers got it out to Kevin Davis. Head to Shane Smith. Titans want to push to get it out to Davier. He's feeling it. Got another one. Davier with 3 threes in the quarter. He's got 18 points, scooping and scoring Euclid's first points.
But that was just what I'm talking about, Rob,
yep,
right there.
Not getting back.
We score, we're not getting back, we're not sorting them out, we're not stopping the ball.
Shane Smith out to Davier. Another 3. Oh, missed that one.
Heat check time.
Into the front court come the Panthers, and Summers got the steal. Ahead to Kevin Davis, 3-on-1. Gets it to Bohannon. He wants to slam it. He's fouled going up, and that foul is going to go on Aaron Berry.
I think I've seen more dunks by this Lorraine High team this year than I can ever recall.
There's been a lot of them. Yeah, they don't have that on the stat sheet, but
there have been a lot.
Would you say they average 5 a game?
At least, I think, somewhere around there, 4 or 5 a game. I can remember playing on a very good team in high school with a lot of size, and we had 2 dunks for the season, and that was with Division I big guys. We had 2 for the season. You never saw it. You very rarely saw it. You'd see it in the warm-ups because you're allowed to dunk in the warm-ups back in that day. And 11 of 12 of our players could dunk. I won't tell you who couldn't.
Bohannon makes the free throw. You know, Bob, I got to hand it to you. Tonight you've made a couple of those back in the day references, and you go so far back in the day, you're teaching me things that I don't know.
Yep, no, we could dunk in warm-ups back then. I could dunk at Shaw on that springy old wood floor. I slopped one in.
Second free throw up and in. No one can dispute you because
nobody's old enough to.
I was going to say, nobody left that was there. They get it ahead. Pass to Summers. He'll slam it home on cue. Driving in and
see,
scoring.
That's it right there. We score and give it right back. I mean,
Alan Sims. Kevin Davis is going to be fouled as he got into the front court. And there's 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Titans with a huge lead. Devon Andrews will come back in. Nas Bohannon will come out. There's that beautiful pass. And they get it ahead to Summers for the slam. Smothers, I should say. Davis with it. Into the front court. To Shane Smith, over to Jamar Ross.
They're picking up man-to-man now.
Ross is going to drive, lays it up, no. Euclid with the basketball. Alan Sims for the rebound. Sims will hand it off to Donald McCain. Around the perimeter.
We've got this little 3-2 zone thing going. This is generally a good defense against a good perimeter team.
Baseline 3, no good. Rebound, Kevin Davis.
But weak inside.
Get it headed to Devon, right back to Kevin Davis, lays it up and in. 75-28. Around the perimeter, around the drive it, Smothers with the foul. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now, Bob, obviously we know Lorraine can run. They can get up and down the court. They can slam it as many times as they want. In a game like tonight, do you want to work on any of your half-court offense?
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Because I think an half-court offense, whether it be a man or a zone offense, has to grow as the season unfolds. You always should be adding things to it. That's why I was so glad in the second quarter when we got the little ball screen. I hope it wasn't by accident, but we got the ball screen up at the top, which is something we haven't seen before. Everybody else spread, and of course, Devon beat it off the dribble. I mean, I just think you have to continue adding. Kids get better at reading defenses, which I think from a coaching standpoint is one of the most difficult things to teach. You get better at reading the defense. So, I think you have to work on stuff because whether it be your zone offense or your man offense, there's always things you can tweak and change, and the kids can always get better at reading defensive situations.
Well, Gary Hicks is upset because they were called for a technical foul. Somebody came in, It was a discrepancy with the scorebook, and you can see he went over to the scorebook, looked at it, slammed it in disgust. So whoever makes up the scorebook made a mistake, and Gary Hicks, second-year head coach, really upset about it. So Jamar Ross will shoot the 2 free throws. The numbers in the book have to match the guys coming into the game. 76-28, 2:09 to go in the third quarter.
Well, only one senior on the floor now. I mean, I noticed the underclassmen getting a lot more playing time tonight. Both Ross and Davis, along with Anthony.
Kevin Davis with the basketball. Davis is going to drive and score.
See, Lorraine High does a nice job in their pass, cut and fill, spreading the floor, which opens that up for dribble drive.
Titans by 50. Inside, the shot goes up, no good. Slam, return, no. Smothers got the rebound. Outlet to Jamar Ross. Back to Devon. Devon put it up, no. Tip back out. Here comes Euclid with the basketball.
Back pressure.
It's stolen away by Jamar Ross. Ross will get it ahead. Lay it up, no good.
Okay, here's a 3-on-1.
And they're going to lob it and still miss it. And rebound, Kevin Davis. Wow. Davis bounces ahead for Smothers, knocked away. This one's getting sloppy with a minute 10 to go.
Let's not get sloppy. No game slippage.
There's a whole quarter to play yet.
We've got three. North Ridgeville's got a pretty decent ball club. They're at about 500 or a little bit better. And, of course, Warrensville and Bedford. And when you're number 4 in the state, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
3 ball up, no good. Rebound, Smothers for Lorraine. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Titans up 78-28. Devon Andrews found Shane Smith running the lane, laid it in. Smith lays it in and a foul.
It was 52-24 at half. They've only had 4 points this quarter, Rob?
Yes. There's a great pass from Andrews to Smith, and then the foul on Alan Sims. So Shane Smith to complete the 3-point play. Around rim and in. All Titans. Euclid driving in, they kick it out. The jumper goes up for 3, and hitting that 3 ball for the Titans is Aaron Berry. Devon Andrews, 30 seconds to play in the third. Devon's going to spin around Sims, and he's fouled by Delpy Travel. And that call means Lorraine's up by 50. And there's 25 seconds to go in the quarter, and
I didn't see it.
Well, that's what that call is. You're up by 50, and you don't need to do that.
Well, Lorraine High does a nice job with spacing, and it opens it up for dribble drive. And Devon's one of the best at dribble drive. And also it gets the big kids off the blocks, playing facing the basket, and they become better basketball players. I truly believe that.
3 seconds. They're going to throw it away. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We've played 3. Our score, it's Lorraine 81, Euclid 31. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorraine City Schools Television.
Have you ever bought a car and then realized you couldn't afford it? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different. Don't be insane. At Credit Max Auto, you can get a really great car with a payment you can't afford. Visit us at creditmaxauto.com.
Our little superhero looks pretty happy.
Yes, he does. I've been teaching him that eating healthy will make him grow up strong.
It's so important that we both encourage him to eat healthy and exercise regularly, and that we live that way in front of him. You know, it's never too early to start.
I wish I had eaten healthier when I was his age.
Yeah, maybe if you had, you would have developed some special powers also.
92% of kids and teens have a poor diet, but you can change that. Teach your kids the importance of healthy eating in a language they can understand.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Lorraine up 81-31, and Bob, an impressive third quarter. Back-to-back 29 offensive points for Lorraine in the second quarter and in the third. They outscore Euclid 29-7.
Yes, very. Now,
what are you looking for in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think the starters will play 3 minutes or so, and they're out there right now. And then I know John, he's gonna nice.
Devon Andrews drives and scores.
Spread the floor, beat your man off the dribble. I know John's gonna sub, which is the right thing to do.
The runner in the lane up, no good. With the basketball, Eddie Williamson. Eddie Williamson will get it to Rashad Berry, and he's going to lay it up, no good. Got his own rebound, fed it into Devon. Devon is fouled, and he's going to go to the line for two as he missed the shot. Well, Euclid earning their fouls tonight, no doubt.
Well, I see why Euclid stayed in that zone so long. Even though they were down, they just can't guard us.
I always say pick your poison when you're playing Lorraine. If you're most teams play them in zone, and you say, why would you do that? They shoot so well. Well, play them in man. You're going to find out why teams play zone.
They beat you off the dribble.
Just can't. Devon Andrews is a Division I basketball player.
Yep.
He's going to beat you off the dribble. Rashad Berry is a Division I football player. He can finish. Naz Bohannon. When this thing's all said and done, who knows how good he's going to be.
Naz, remember, is 6'5" and just a sophomore and plays really hard. He's a good student and a really nice kid. I mean, he's got a very bright future. There's that 3-2 zone look with Devon at the top. Now, let's see how we play this.
Sometimes it's a 1-2-2 then, right?
3-2, 1-2-2 is the same zone.
Euclid throws it away, and they've got Devon up top.
Right.
So that's kind of unusual, right, having a guy that tall up top?
He's a great guy for that job. And a lot of teams, most teams, put a big guy, if he's an athlete, at top, and he'll go from the top all the way down to the baseline.
Eddie Williamson scoops, no good. Rebound Bohannon, and he's fouled.
If the ball goes down to the corner, I mean, there's two ways of playing a 3-2, and I'm anxious to see how we're doing it. But I mean, putting your best big athlete at the top is very, very good in this defense.
Naz Bohannon at the line, 62% on the year, up and in. As a team, Titans shooting 60% from the line.
Yeah, see, John started the seniors in the fourth quarter, which is the right thing to do, and now he's going to take them out with 7 minutes left with 85 points on the board.
And Kevin Davis comes in for him, as he's going to take them out one by one and let them get the big crowd that they deserve.
That's right.
Bohannon missed the second one, a rebound, the Euclid Panthers.
And then play the young kids.
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul here on the Titans. Foul on Kevin Davis. His first, team's fourth. Titans up 86-31. They led after one, 23-13, but back-to-back 29-point quarters put it away.
Yeah.
3-ball missed by Shantez McClarty. Then Noah Mitchell got the rebound, and he was fouled. This has been impressive. I know Euclid's outmanned, but still, Lorraine on an emotional night, they just got after it right from the beginning, didn't they?
They sure did. But, I still don't know, and I should make some phone calls and talk to some people. Where are the Euclid players? It's a big school in a good basketball area.
Devon Andrews is going to travel on that time. Traveling will take, and Devon's going to come out. Coming in, Shane Smith in for Devon Andrews. And listen to the ovation he's going to get, along with Rashad Berry as they come out. Listen to the crowd. Again, the regular season home finale for Lorraine. Their final 3 regular season games will be on the road. Now, granted, they'll play a home tournament game here because you play the sectionals at the higher seed.
Right.
But for the regular season, this is it. Noah Mitchell with a return, no good. Rebound Smothers. Anthony gets it ahead to Davier Andrews, and he'll leave it for Shane Smith. Over to Kevin Davis, and he travels.
Come on now, fellas. Let's not get sloppy. Yeah, the tournament, I'm convinced Lorraine and St. Ed's will be the 2 #1 seeds, go opposite, and then the interesting one, and I know what they're going to do, St. Ignatius has lost to Ed's twice.
I'll give you an interesting one, Berea Mid-Park.
Yeah, well, they've got the big 7-footer.
They tip it to Mitchell, no good. Sims with a return, it's up
But
and in.
I hear their guard play is very suspect.
Well, then that would be probably a good matchup for Lorraine.
Yes, oh yes.
They get it inside to Smothers. He'll slam it with 2 hands.
Well, St. Ignatius is going to go on Lorraine's side to avoid Ed's. There's no question about that.
Driving in and scoring, Shantez McClarty.
They don't want to lose to Ed's 3 times in 1 year.
The draw that Bob Braskich is talking about will be this Sunday, where they seed and set the field for the sectional district, laying it up and in.
So I predict we're going to end up playing St. Ignatius somewhere down the road.
88-37, Titans by 51. 5:25 to go in the ball game. Andrews out to Kevin Davis. And driving in, putting it up, no, and whistling a foul. Shane Smith will go to the line for 2.
See, every player out there right now thinks they can, and rightfully so, I wouldn't disagree with them, beat their man off the dribble. It's just Euclid, they're not in a good stance. They don't have good defensive off-the-ball positioning either. And everybody feels they can beat their man off the dribble.
Shane Smith at the line for 2. You like the way Shane Smith plays.
I do.
Free throw no good by Shane on the year. 32% at the line. He's got 9 points tonight. Averages 3.7 a game for the sophomore. A couple of more substitutions for Lorraine. Coming in Charles Pierre Lewis and Jalil Little. Those guys played in the junior varsity game. Second free throw, Shane Smith made 1 out of 2. He's in double figures off the bench. 89-37.
Okay, we're picking up man-to-man now because those new guys don't know that zone.
Get it to Little. Little with the basketball off the turnover, and they'll throw it away. Here come the Euclid Panthers driving in, scooping, and missing the shot. This is going to be McClarty. Offensive rebound for the Panthers. McClarty had his pocket picked by Kevin Davis. Davis lobs it for Charles Pierre Lewis.
Come on now.
And I'm not sure what he was thinking, but he threw it away. Little French pastry going on out here. A little too much razzle-dazzle.
Let's not have open gym here, fellas.
With a rebound, McClarty, foul line jumper up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Smothers. And they'll get it. Back to Shane Smith, who goes to Jalil Little. Set some offense here. And they're going to throw it away.
Yeah.
Some of this is to be expected.
Yeah, some. But
Gerard Richardson reverse layup scores. He played in the JV game. 89-39, Titans halfway through the 4th quarter. Charles Pierre Lewis got it to Kevin Davis. Davis with a wraparound pass for Smothers. Loose on the floor, and what? A jump ball.
See, the most experienced perimeter player out there right now is Kevin Davis. He should take charge. Take charge. John's taking a timeout. John took that timeout?
Yes.
He's taking a timeout because he's trying to get him organized. He doesn't like what he sees as far as the sloppiness and out-of-control play. Kevin Davis should take control. He's the most experienced perimeter player out there.
While we do have this timeout, gives us an opportunity to tell you about our friends at Credit Max. They are on East Erie in Colorado in Lorraine. Credit Max new to Lorraine. They've been in Elyria for 2010. What they do is sell good quality used cars to people that need reliable transportation, good people that have had some credit problems throughout the past. Maybe you've gone through a bankruptcy, maybe you had a divorce, maybe you lost your job for a while. Whatever the case may be, go see Credit Max. They'll take care of you. Good quality used cars for good people. Give them a call, 366-3066, 366-3066. They lob it into Little, and Little will score. Jalil Little with the basket. Titans come away with it. Long lob, laying it up and in. Shane Smith, he's got a dozen off the bench.
Well, I know Joe Bach is rooting for 100. He always does in this situation.
93-39, 3:25 to go.
I think he's going to get it.
Kevin Davis gets it ahead. Lorraine has not scored 100 this year. Shane Smith will measure a three, missed that one. And here come the Panthers. With the basketball, Hoover White into the game. He'll hand it off to McClarty. Shantez McClarty, guarded by Charles Pierre-Louis. Back outside to Gerard Richardson. We'll give Euclid credit. They haven't given up to this point. They keep playing. They're just outmanned tonight, no doubt about it. Gerard Richardson, left wing jumper, and he hit it. Richardson off the bench with 4 in the quarter. Charles Pierre-Louis inside to Smothers, easy slam.
Okay, 5 more points for the century mark.
2:35 to go. Charles Pierre-Louis gets called for the foul.
No. Come on now, don't go out there and reach 54 feet away from the basket.
15 foul on Lorraine. Jamar Ross back in for Shane Smith. Boy, Shane Smith had a heck of a game.
He did.
Kept that energy up. He had 13.
He plays hard.
95-41. Titans, 2.5 minutes to go. Euclid will drop to 3-15. Lorraine will stay undefeated and go to 19-0. Jumper is up, no good. Rebound, Pierre-Louis for Lorraine. Gets it to Jalil Little. Little's going to penetrate, scoop, and no good. And offensive goaltending.
Oh, really? Wow, did you see that? I didn't see it.
Timeout, Euclid.
Are you sure, Rob?
Sure what?
I don't know. They didn't put the points on the board, did they?
I said offensive goaltending.
Oh, offensive goaltending. I'm sorry. Well, this gives us a chance, an opportunity, one last time to mention the Club 20 TV members of Joe Bach, who are doing all the work tonight. Camera work and audio work and technical work. Alexis Alicia, Adam Garcia, Alexis Sexton, Alondra Reyes, Autumn Sexton, Brianna Nethers, Connor Galloway, Daniel Lopez, Dominique Bennett, Jamel Lee, Juan Irizarry, and Monica Amador. We thank you. Very nice job.
2:10 to go in this one. Titans up 95-41. Lorraine's going to go to 19-0. Euclid will drop to 3-15. Euclid with the basketball. Euclid in the blue uniforms, Lorraine in white. Alongside Bob Braskich, I'm Rob Polinsky. With the basketball, Gerard Richardson gets it on the right side of the man that was not in the book. Double dribble.
Okay.
Euclid. You know, before the game, you go down to the official scorebook. You look at the other team, you make sure you've got every player with their number, Bob.
Yes.
I had it. And then when I see a number out there that's not on my book, I'm like, wait a minute, I checked the official book. That's why they got the T.
You're right. Oh, yeah, right. I didn't think that.
They didn't have them in there. Yeah. With the basketball, Jamar Ross gets it out to Jalil Little. And they throw it away.
Well, Joe, you've got 1:28 left to get 5 points.
Charles Pierre-Louis in the backcourt defensively.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Picks up Shantez McClarty. McClarty in between the circles. And a 5-second call. Pierre-Louis caused it with a tight defense. And it will be Kevin Davis to inbounds. Davis in between the circles, got it to Jalil Little. Euclid in the zone. Jamar Ross from three, and he got it. They're at 98. Jamar Ross from downtown.
Joe smiling.
Under a minute to go, 98-41. The crowd that's here wants to see 100 along with Joe Bach.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Euclid trying to play keep away with the ball. 45 seconds to go in the game. 100's always that magic number.
Are they playing keep away to prevent the 100? Is that what's going on here? Come on.
Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I would. What, you want them to
I didn't think they'd be that savvy.
And an offensive
foul. The crowd wants to see 100.
Richardson calls.
Euclid's taking a TO, Rob.
They are. Timeout with 31 seconds to go. Titans are up 98-41. Well, we can tell you up next for Lorraine, they're going to go to North Ridgeville on Tuesday. WLCS TV 20 will have it for you. You see Jamar Ross hitting his second 3-ball of the game, his 27th of the season. Next Friday, WLCS TV 20 will head to Warrensville Heights, as it'll be Lorraine at Warrensville Heights, and then a week from Tuesday, if they're undefeated and playing for the league title, WLCS TV 20 will go to Bedford to wrap up the regular season. Lorraine at Bedford, and what a game that should be.
Now, I'm just kind of anxious here with 25 seconds left. Euclid takes the timeout. We're at 98. I wonder what they're going to do. What are they talking about? At what point? What could possibly be said? Unless there's some kind of a plan to prevent the 100. And I can't imagine what it could be. Because they've got 9 fouls. We go to the line, double bonus on the next foul.
He might just be saying, if they score 100, to be honest, don't give them a layup, play defense.
No, that
Who knows?
could be. We'll see right now. They're doubling Davis. They don't want the ball to go in bounds. They want to get a 5.
Ball inbounded to Little in the backcourt. He'll hand it off to Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis with it. Davis on the drive. Davis kicks it out to Jalil Little. Jalil Little follows on the line for 2.
Here's some pressure for Little at the line for 2.
With 23 seconds to go, and if Jalil Little makes both of them, Lorraine will have their 100. Jalil Little on the year is 5 out of 9 at the line, 56%. Still 23.1 seconds to go. Jalil Little, line left.
Oh, 99!
You won't need Bob or I to tell you. Yep. You'll just listen to the crowd.
Everybody's up.
99-41, 23 seconds to go.
The biggest pressure foul shot with up by 50 you'll ever see. Oh, he got it both.
With the basketball, the Euclid Panthers down 100-51, and I think the Panthers are going to dribble out the clock.
Yeah, they're just going to hold it there.
10 seconds. McClarty with it. 5 seconds. Lorraine hits the century mark for the first time this year. The final score in the home finale of the regular season, it was Lorraine 100, Euclid 41. And we'll be back to wrap it up after this final timeout. You've been watching boys varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorraine City Schools Television.
Is magic really magic? If a deal is too good to be true, well, don't be fooled. There is no magic. Credit Max Auto has a great selection of cars with fast, easy financing and payments you can afford. Check us out at creditmaxauto.com.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
The Lorraine Titans remain undefeated, and they finish the regular season home portion of the schedule undefeated as they defeat the Euclid Panthers by a score of 100-41. The Lorraine Titans go to 19-0, overall 10-0 in Lake Erie League play, and scoring by quarters, they led 23-13 after 1, 52-24 at half, 81-31 after 3, and they win it by a score of 100-41. Before we bring in Bob Braskich, just want to go through the scoring for the Titans. Everybody but Charles Pierre-Louis scored. Very impressive. 58 points from the starters, 42 from the bench. It was Eddie Williamson with 2. Davier Andrews, 18. Devon Andrews, 21. Rashad Berry with 4. Naz Bohannon with 13. Off the bench, Kevin Davis had 6. Jamar Ross with 7. Shane Smith with 13. Anthony Summers with 12. Jalil Little with 4. Charles Pierre-Louis played, did not score. So you had 5 of the starters that got it, or 5 players got in double figures. For Euclid, Kyle Emery with 5, Aaron Berry with 3, Kendrick Pittman with 6. Off the bench, Donald McCain 5, Alan Sims 6, Kyron Taylor 4, Shantez McClarty 6, Gerard Richardson with 4. 14 points from the starting 5, Bob, for Euclid. Only 3 of their starters scored, 27 points from the bench. But all in all, a dominating effort for Lorraine.
You know, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing that we scored 100 just prior to the tournament draw. If you think about it, really. I mean, and on senior night to boot. No, I mean,
your thoughts. You mentioned in the very beginning that don't play down to the competition.
Right.
What did you think of the whole effort?
I didn't think we had very much, if any, game slippage. I mean, it was consistent throughout. Just to get to the century mark, I thought we played really well. I thought we came out and played very hard, as we've done all year long. And Euclid just couldn't handle the pressure, the full court heat, the turnovers in the first quarter and in the first half. It was all over. So I mean, I thought we came out, played hard. Really nice on senior night to have this kind of win. Great for the seniors. Got the 100. Everybody's happy, and not a bad thing again with Sunday's draw coming up.
Again, a lot of people to thank, Bob. Again, Club TV 20, those kids did a great job for us today.
They did.
And
thank Joe Bach.
Again, Joe Bach.
Putting it all together.
Right, Terry Trout, Bob Schlembaker, and all the kids from Club TV 20 for their help. That's going to wrap up the home portion of the regular season schedule for the Lorraine Titans. Up next, they're on the road. Tuesday, they'll go to North Ridgeville. Next Friday to Warrensville Heights, and they'll end the regular season a week from Tuesday at Bedford. You can see all those games right here on WLCS TV 20. For Bob Raskich, this is Ron Polinsky. One more time, the final score. It was the Lorraine Titans 100, the Euclid Panthers 41. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorraine City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorraine City Schools Television at 282-8400.